Coming up, another deadly mass shooting in America. At least 16 are dead. We'll have the latest. Why your foreign getaway could cost you more, we'll explain why. And the home turned into a Halloween house of horror. All that and more after the break.
All the latest for you now this Thursday lunchtime with the ITV News.
At least 16 dead and dozens injured in a mass shooting in America, with the gunman still on the run. Residents in the local area have been told to stay indoors after this man opened fire in a bowling alley and restaurant, shooting indiscriminately.
We have literally hundreds of police officers working around the state of Maine to investigate this case, to locate Mr. Card.
Tanks in northern Gaza in what Israel has called a targeted attack. Is this a new phase in the war? Why we could all be paying more for flights despite the air traffic control meltdown that left thousands stranded last summer. And the double celebration that's made this house the ultimate destination for Halloween.
This is the ITV Lunchtime News with Charlene White.
Good afternoon. A gunman's on the loose and armed police units are searching a small American city this lunchtime following the latest mass shooting in the US. At least 16 people are feared dead in the state of Maine and a citywide lockdown is in place. Dozens more were injured in multiple attacks in the largely rural state which borders Canada. The shootings took place in its second largest city, Lewiston, home to 38,000 people. Gunshots were fired at about 7 p.m. in the evening at a restaurant and a bowling alley, which are about 4 miles apart. The manhunt and lockdown have been extended to the nearby town of Lisbon, where the car that may have been used in the attack has been found. Robert Moore has the latest from the US. Gloria Pasmino reporting there from Maine. Pictures of Israeli tanks rolling into northern Gaza has been released by Israeli Defense Forces as they conducted an overnight raid. It said the operation was part of preparations for an upcoming ground offensive. Well, let's take a look through today's main developments. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says more than 7,000 people have been killed there. The UN warned that it's on the verge of running out of fuel in Gaza, forcing it to sharply curtail relief efforts. The Israeli army now says 224 people are believed to be held hostage in Gaza. Well, in a moment, we'll be live with our correspondent, Rachel Townsend, who's in Tel Aviv, as you can see. But first, Graham Stothard has the latest. You may find some of the images in his report upsetting. OK, Rachel, thanks very much. A woman has been found guilty of helping to carry out the female genital mutilation of a 3-year-old British girl during a trip to Kenya 17 years ago in the first conviction of its kind. Amina Noor is also only the second person to be found guilty of any offence under FGM laws, which brings a maximum sentence of up to 14 years in prison. Airlines have hit out at the UK's aviation regulator and warned that passengers will face higher fares after the Civil Aviation Authority increased air traffic control charges. It comes just 2 months after an air traffic control failure left thousands stranded in airports across the country. Well, Yasmin Bodelbai is here. So Yasmin, why are airlines so angry then?
Well,
Yasmin, thanks very much. Right, still ahead, the plastic-free Poppy, a modern-day makeover, and tricks and treats at this Halloween home. But first, the Prime Minister said today he wants to be honest with the public about the risks of artificial intelligence. Rishi Sunak says it could create new jobs and drive the economy, but has the potential to be harmful. AI is a computer or machine's ability to think and learn tasks often thought to require the human mind. It's already in use in home gadgets like Alexa and Google Nest, or when you unlock your phone with Face ID. It's being used to analyse X-rays and reading brain scans. But there are risks. Criminals could use it for cyber attacks, fraud and disinformation. Terrorists may exploit it to spread fear and disruption. Plus, some worry it could be used to help build chemical and nuclear weapons. Well, our political correspondent, Shihab Khan, is in Westminster for us. So, Shihab, what's Mr Sunak's thinking on this then? You better not be putting me out of a job. Thanks very much, Shihab. Newcastle United star midfielder Sandro Tonali will be banned from football for 10 months after breaking Italian gambling regulations. The Royal British Legion's Poppy appeal will be plastic-free and recyclable for the first time this year in a move to reduce single-use plastics. People will be able to buy the plastic-free version from thousands of volunteers or from the shops. Roy Nettleford has more. And finally, higher inflation, energy bills and interest rates may have scared some of us into cutting back, but one man refuses to let the economy ruin Halloween. Cameron Clark, whose birthday is also on October the 31st, has turned his home into a local attraction with an army of ghouls and ghosts. The spooky Grand Design in North Ayrshire in Scotland even attracts visitors from across the world. Aisha Zahid reports. Bring you any updates as and when we get it on ITVX. But from all of us here so far for today, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.
Not everywhere will be cold today. Some places will be warm and toasty. Heinz now added sugar beans sponsors ITV National Weather.